Hey guys, Legit Extent here. I'm going to tell you about Title Update 14 coming out for Xbox 360 sometime soon, hopefully. But 4J Studios, they tweeted a few hours ago that Title Update 14 is in development and it will be based on the Java 1.3.1 version with a few things brought forward from later versions. And 1.3.1, it was the biggest update for, not Xbox, computer. It's the biggest update for computer that came out from 1.3.1 to whenever they started making updates for the game. That it was the biggest update. And where do I start? There are possible large biomes on Title Update 14 that came out with 1.3.1. And large biomes, basically what that is you do it on the main menu screen before you get into a game. And the large biomes, they're just really big biomes, like jungle biomes and snow biomes and whatever kind of biome this is right here that I'm living in. But I'm not for sure if they're gonna add those, just because the worlds, they're not really big enough, I don't think, to hold the large biomes. But they might, but I doubt it. And cheats, they are like, it's where you can put it on adventure mode. And adventure mode, it's basically made for like Hunger Games and survival games and stuff like that. It's to where you can't break blocks and you can't use like buckets and stuff. Hold on, just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. Somebody's at my house. I guess not. You must be hearing stuff or something. But oh, the next thing on here is that these are possible things that could possibly be coming in Title Update 14 that came with 1.3.1. And Book and Quill. It's basically to where you can write a book. That's pretty much all it is. You can like, I'm not sure if it works like a sign and you can like place it on a wall or something. It might work like that, but I'm not sure. I've never used one. And the Book and Quill, they're 50 pages long. So they're pretty, I think that's like 50, I think it's 50 lines instead of pages. And Desert Villages, they're the next thing that possibly could come out in Title Update 14. And Desert Villages, they're basically regular villages in the desert, and they're all made out of like sandstone and sand and stuff like that. And desert and jungle temples. I think these are the biggest things in Title Update 14. If they come out in Title Update 14, these will be the biggest things, the hardest things to make, and just be crazy. And desert temples, they have a pattern of colored wool in the middle. Most of the time it's orange and blue wool. And when you mine the wool, there's a 3x3 hole under it. And you go into the hole, and there's a TNT pressure plate trap right in the middle of the hole. So if you step on that pressure plate, there's like 100,000 blocks of TNT that's going to explode under you, and you're not going to get any of the chest or anything that's at the bottom of the hole. And there's 4 chests in the bottom of that 3x3 hole in the middle of the desert temple. And they have loot in them. There's a chest on each side, and you got to make sure that you do not step on the pressure plate or mine the pressure plate or anything, or all that TNT will go off. In jungle temples, they have lever and piston like puzzles. It's basically 3 or 4 levers lined up in a line on a wall, and you got to put them in a certain pattern to get the pistons to move the blocks. You can go down in the hole and get the loot and stuff out of the chest. And they have tripwire traps too. It's basically, you walk across the tripwire, which I'm going to talk about those in a minute, and it shoots an arrow out of a dispenser at you. And if you find the dispenser, then you can get all the arrows out of it, and that's some free arrows and a free dispenser. And jungle temples, they have moss stone. They're made out of moss stone and cobblestone. So that's like, instead of you having to find a monster spawner, you can just try to find a jungle temple, which will probably be just as hard to find as a monster spawner. And another thing that is possibly coming out in Title Update 14, zombie pigmen spawn at nether portals in the overworld. And that's where zombie pigmen they spawn at your nether portal. I don't know if they can like walk around away from it or something, but I don't know. I think the zombie pigmen burn if they get out in the daylight, like regular zombies do. So I would put your nether portal outside or something. And stuff that is nearly almost for sure coming out in Title Update 14, emeralds, villager trading, ender chest, and tripwires. Emeralds, their main use is for villager trading, but you can trade with villagers to get emeralds, to trade with other villagers to get other stuff. It's weird, but and villager trading, I just basically explained that. Ender chests, they take 8 pieces, I'm pretty sure 8 pieces of obsidian and an eye of ender to make an ender chest. And an ender chest, you could put all your good stuff in there, like all your diamonds, all your gold, all your iron, all that stuff. Put that in your chest and hide it somewhere in your house and carry another ender chest around with you. Like say you wanted to go mining with your diamond pickaxe or something, and you had your ender chest with you, and you had your ender chest with all your diamonds in it at your house. You could, say your pickaxe broke or something, you could just place your ender chest down, look in your ender chest. All the stuff you put in the first ender chest would be in that ender chest. So you could just get like 3 diamonds out and make another pickaxe if you wanted to. And tripwires. Yeah. Say, hold on, I'll show you. Okay, say you wanted tripwire going across this doorway or something. You could put one right there, like put a tripwire on that block right there, and then put a tripwire. No, wait, that wouldn't work. It'd have to be wider, I think. Like that. Put a tripwire on that block right there. Put a piece of spider web or string on, like right there, and then put another tripwire right there, and then that to connect them, and then you could put a dispenser like right there or something, and it would, if they crossed the tripwire, it would shoot them. You'd have to connect it with redstone and stuff, of course, but and some little stuff that could possibly come in Title Update 14. Furnaces can be powered by wooden tools, so you could put your wooden pickaxe in a furnace and smelt some iron if you wanted to. And cauldrons, they could fill up in the rain. You could put your cauldron outside and it would fill up on its own. You wouldn't have to make a bucket or anything, but I think it would just be easier to make a bucket. But and leaves, they leak water. Like if you have, if you have like, so that's leaves right there, you stand under it, like, okay, give me a second. Well, I'm not sure how I could show you, but like, if you have water above your head with like cobblestone or anything, any of those blocks like that, it'll like drip water through. That's the same thing that leaves do when it rains. If that comes out in Title Update 14. And levers, they can be placed upside down on ceilings. Like you could place, like that's your ceiling right there, place a lever right there. I think that's pretty cool. That opens up a whole nother world for traps and all that stuff, and hidden doorways and all that. But this has been Legit X Stunt, showing you or telling you about some Title Update 14 stuff. So, This is Legit X Stunt signing out.